And why gut? Because everything begins with gut. You go to an endocrinologist for a fatty liver, for obesity, for cholesterols being high, and they give you medicines, it's not working, they get referred to a gastroenterologist. I'll come to why. Well, gut is not just an organ which digests food. So now the science has humbled us, I should say, over the decade, and we have found that gut is in crosstalks 24/7 with our brain, meaning even if your brain forgets, your gut doesn't. It is noting each and everything. How will I say that? Before coming onto the stage, I felt butterflies in my tummy. And what was that? 100% my gut is working fine. I know that because it reacts to the stress. You have nausea when you are stressed. You want to run to the washroom when you are stressed. You feel bloated when the food is not right or when you have a sleepless night. How is sleep connected to gut? There is something called as gut-brain connection, and in fact, our gut is our second brain. It has 100 million neurons. And what else does it have? Billions of bacteria. Billions, more than trees in an Amazon forest. I can say that we have a living, thriving ecosystem inside us. Is it only what you eat? Is it how much you sleep? Will a meditation app help you? Unfortunately not. It is a combination of all of these. And how will you find your balance? This you should ask your grandparents how they used to cook. Find their recipes which were running in the families which suited your genetics, and also please try to make natural probiotics at home. As simple as a yogurt, unflavored, as simple as eating fiber. It might sound silly, it might sound something that you always do, but when you do all of this in repetition, consistently, waking up on time, training your gut to like something that is good for the gut, like fiber, natural probiotics, magic happens. And gut does respond. In fact, when the patients come to me with gut issues, it's never a whisper. They would have ignored the talks of the gut, the voices of the gut for years and decades. When I sit with them after they're referred to me and ask them, do you have acid reflux? Do you have bloating? Do you have constipation or diarrhea? Do you feel bloated most of the times? Do you feel bloated towards the end of the day? There's an awkward pause. Yes, it has been, and we had considered it our normal. In fact, they had ignored the voices for so long that it became a normal. So what do you do about it? And this has to be catered from person to person, not just patient to patient. It's not only prescription, it's about correcting your life. When you correct your gut health, your life changes. And I have patients who tell me that. I had a patient last week who said, I came to correct my gut issues, but my life changed tremendously. This is what we deal with. We deal with brain fog, bloating, hair loss, but not only digestive issues, but never realize that these are all connected. Unfortunately, or fortunately, we are not like robots. I heard Elon Musk saying doctors will be replaced. Absolutely not, because not every robot or a machine is stored with information that a person and person can exchange. Surgery, maybe, robotic surgery or endoscopies, maybe, but when it comes to healing a person, a doctor who is knowledgeable, who can understand your symptoms, not just read your reports, is required. At the end of this, if you have to remember something, that has to be these 3 R's. So the rhythm is necessary for our gut too. Time your meals and time your sleep. Now coming to the next R, regulate. Regulate your mind to handle stress. How would you handle stress? Find your ways. Meditate, music, exercise. Find your ways to deal with stress. Stress is everywhere. We are not talking about handling the external influences. We are talking about how our body can accept it and respond lesser in the way of not reacting, but just learning to understand it. Restore your gut microbiome. How do you do that? Again and again and again, I tell you, probiotics. Not the ones on the pharmacy, not the ones that is prescribed to you. Make it in your kitchen. When you do these 3 R's, your gut will respect you. Trust me, that is what you need. You need mutual respect. You need to respect your gut, its symptoms, and your gut will respect you and correct your life. And to end with, what would I define success with? What I want you all to define success as waking up every day with amazing energy. Eating without bothering about what it would cause you to. And lastly, but not the least, aging gracefully without a disease. That is the real success. So, ladies and gentlemen, let us celebrate success together today at Impact Events. Yeah? Thank you.